Hello and welcome. This is Derek Yu again, co-founder of Impact Academy, and I'm here today with idea number 10. And idea number 10 is how to kick out the slump and get back into a flying start. When you take a break, when you come back from holiday and just get back to work at times, it just feels like there's no motivation to get back to optimal levels of performance. It affects people in so many ways. You drag yourself out of bed in the morning, you drag yourself to the office, and it just affects your overall mood when you understand. And this is mostly internal because you know within yourself that you are not performing optimally at your best. In workplaces where key performances are measured almost on a daily basis, when you are not performing optimally, it's quickly picked up. But in most workplaces where these are not measured, especially daily, those habits are not picked up quickly. But internally, you would know within yourself that you are not performing optimally when you just get back. Now, there are several factors that cause us when we come from a break that we don't just skip into an optimal level of performance. And today's idea, I hope that I'll help you. If you find yourself in that state, I hope that it will help you to jumpstart, if you're coming back from a break and you need to get back into optimal performance. This applies to people at different levels. There's people who are in careers and they're working for companies. Obviously, there's a little bit of different ways of you to getting into that. When you are working for a company, there is expectations of you as an employee of what you need to do. And those extrinsic motivating factors can easily pull you to get into it because you have to do it. You've got a contract in place and you've got to do your work. A lot of people just pull themselves and get by and do what has to be done, to tick off the boxes and not really perform to their peak performance. And that is a very boring way of living life. And to people who are in the workplace, to employers, I think that employers need to also take more responsibility in helping their employees to kick into their optimal levels of performance. And this can happen through helping them with motivation, with coaching, other training that you can bring into your workplace in between, or encourage your employees to get into this personal growth journey so that people become self-motivated so that they can keep performing at optimal levels. And then there is entrepreneurs who work for themselves. When you come back from holiday as an entrepreneur, at times you still have enough money that could carry you for a few months, but you need to work and you want to work. Something in you says, you know what, you've had the break, now it's time to get back to work, but you just are not finding the motivation to get back to it. And this would happen at times when the goals are further away, when your next project, the payoff, is 3 months, 6 months away. There's no fire in trying to work on something now where you only get paid 3-4 months away, especially people who are not very self-driven, So the best way to kick out the slump for me is that you need to find your why. You need to find your why you are doing the work in the first place internally. So the job needs to be internal. And why I say so is I'm a soccer fan. I played soccer when I was small and I've watched soccer passionately over the years. in soccer, the players, especially in the Western leagues, the players are paid very well. So that whole "my job doesn't pay me" excuse is taken out of the way. And the expectations from the fans, from the team, from everybody around those professional players, the expectation is very high. But one pattern that is easily noticeable with soccer players and soccer teams when they come back from a break is that they don't perform optimally. Because in as much as all those external factors have been met, they have coaching in all areas of their life or in most areas of their life to help them perform optimally. And those coaches are paid well, the players themselves are paid well, the fans are anticipating high performance, but the players get in, especially when they have been off for a few weeks, for a few months, they get on and everybody doesn't just give in their best. And there's a lot of research that has gone into that. Like, why would you be paid so well? There is so much expectation in terms of the team, the fans, and everybody for you to perform, and then you just don't perform optimally. When you start looking at some of the research, you will start seeing it gets down to personal motivation, individual motivation for the individual players in the team, and then also the cohesion of that motivation. You can have in a soccer game, there's 11 players that's playing the match at a time, or all 23 players that make up the team. You can have individuals there who have found their personal motivation, but that cannot be enough for the whole team to actually get to win. So you have to find your motivation. And if you are part of a team, that team, individually, people need to find their own motivation, but the team needs to find a cohesive motivation that aligns everybody so that everybody has their fire, but the whole team has its fire. Because this is for personal, this is for you. My best advice in this area is that you need to find your own fire. You need to find your own personal reasons why. There's this teacher who, in a workshop, he asked one of the participants who was a professional singer. He said the gentleman should sing this song, Amazing Grace. And the man sang very well because he's a professional singer. He sang the song. And then he said, okay, I want you to sing the song again, but now I want you to sing it because your brother just had an accident yesterday and he's in hospital and he is in a very difficult condition. And your father is an alcoholic and he's not coping and it's really bad. But you are somebody who is a believer and you just want to sing this song, Amazing Grace, to find the light, to be hopeful that everything is going to be okay. And this gentleman re-sang that same song. And it was different. So it's the same person, it's a good singer, he sang the song well. And it was beautiful. But when he re-sang the song, after the settings have changed, after the motivation has changed why he is singing the song, he sang the song beautifully, but everybody in the room connected to him, like there was more connection to the song. And the teacher said, when you first sang the song, it was just you being a well-trained singer singing that song. But when you secondly sang, when I put those factors in place, you sang the song from a place of why. And that is why it was different. And that is why it connected with people. So you need to find your why in what you are doing. If you don't do it, what can go wrong? If you don't do it well, who are you shortchanging? What are you shortchanging in the greater community? The work that you do, how does it impact the greater community beyond the money and the normal external rewards that you get from the work that you're doing? When you start reflecting around how important your work is, then it starts building up the personal why you have to do it and why you have to do it optimally. And this is part of the ideas in how you can kick out the slump. There's a book in my reading list around this subject, which I would like to share with you if you have gotten onto your reading journey. I know one of the lessons I said we need to get into a habit of reading. So there's a book that I have on my reading list for this year. It's called Revived by Dr. Frank Lipman. Dr. Frank is also known as a voice in sustainable wellness and is one of the world's leading functional medicine doctor, trained in both Western and Eastern medicine. And he is also an incredible, nice and passionate guy. Revive is a great book that guides us through a 6 weeks healing program, and it's packed with big ideas on how we can, as the subtitle suggests, stop feeling spent and start living again. In the book, you'll get a lot of wisdom and learn about epigenetics and how to build our own essential energy and create a sweeter life. That's one of the books that I've planned to read this year around the subject of personal motivation and wellness, because I feel like the work that I need to do, I need to get to more and better optimal levels of performance, and wellness is right there in the middle of it. As a roundup, at times when you are not feeling motivated, the reasons can be beyond just motivation. You can be falling sick, your energy levels can be dropping. And those are things that you should also check. And I think that nutritionists and fitness instructors who are trained in these areas should talk more and share more information around how people can optimize their bodies to stay at energy levels that are high enough so that our performance doesn't drop because of that. Thank you for following me for this idea. I'm looking forward to sharing idea number 11. Bye for now.